And
How much money do you have, Praise?
in my account?
Yeah.
No, I don't have money.
Okay, then you have a spending problem, is what I'm telling you, because you're telling me you have left $500 after you're done doing everything you're doing, and you don't have any money.
But the deal is, that's what I'm telling you. In a month, I told you that I invest my money, okay? And the only way I can save my money is to multiply, is to invest the money that I'm making, okay? And then the other one is, when that $500 is with me, that is where I spend for myself. Maybe buy things I need for myself.
Let me tell you why that happens. Let me tell you why that happens. It does not happen because you're bad at saving money or because you have a control issue. It happens because your money does not have a name, because it doesn't have a job, it doesn't have a purpose, so you go ahead and you spend it. Now, it makes no sense for you to grab your money and throw it in an ocean or in a hole and then pray to God that it comes back out. Because when you're investing the incorrect way without knowing what you're doing, that's what you're doing. You're putting your money at risk. So what you need is a better system. It means, for example, money has 6 jobs. You have emergencies, right? So you should have money for emergencies. If your husband passes away, God forbid, you'll need money for that stuff. Or if he breaks a leg or you break a leg, you'll need money for that stuff. Then you have investments. You can invest 10, 20%, but you're in debt still. So I really don't recommend you invest just yet. And then you have, for example, debt payments. That's also a job for money. Then you have expenses. Then you have fun. Then you have charity, right? Those are the 6 jobs for money. Every single dollar has a job. And every single one of those jobs has to be done to the best of the abilities. So that means if you're going to be saving for emergencies, you put $1,000 aside for that while you focus on paying off your debts, including, for example, your car, your credit cards, and everything like that. Now, let me tell you something, right? Here's what I've noticed here. I cannot make a judgment call on your marriage. I've spoken to you for the past like 28 minutes. I just don't know your entire life, so it wouldn't be fair for me to say anything about your husband like that. But the one thing I can say is basically, I would sit down, have a conversation, consider marriage counseling, get on the same page together. Working together is going to be a lot better than working as individuals. Because how are you supposed to, for example, form a foundation? Like, say, for example, oh, I want to start saving and investing and all this stuff. You're doing that. But then what happens when it's time for you to start, get to the third step, which is basically pay down the mortgage. You're not going to pay down the mortgage because it's not in your name. So you got to get a conversation going with your husband to get on the same page, because marriage is supposed to be forever. So I recommend you don't have this issue forever. I recommend you have these hard conversations now. Like, hey, honey, what's going on with the mortgage thing? Like, why am I not there? Like, if something happens to you, do you know how complicated it's going to be to actually transfer this document or whatever it is? You know what I mean? Like, have a conversation about these things. It's important. Get on the same page with money. It's important.
You've got to stop.